Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Sunday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, this video is about free speech. And to be honest with you guys, I haven't made my mind up about this yet. I really want to ask you guys what you think. I really would like to see some responses in the comments on what your opinion is on this. And I have a very personal feeling, a very personal stake in what I'm going to talk about. And if you watch my videos, you probably know what I'm talking about, but I'll get to that in a second. I wasn't sure how I was going to start this video because I'm talking about free speech and should hate speech and misinformation be included in that. And I wasn't sure how I was going to start this, if I was going to actually say those two words, misinformation and hate speech, because I don't know. See, this is the difference between advertising, what I say in advertising and getting yellow lighted or censorship. You know, if I say certain things in the first 30 seconds of this video, or I put something in my thumbnail, if I talk about substance abuse too much, if I say specific things mentioning money, I will get yellow lighted. I will lose my advertising, and that's not censorship. You know, you can still see the video, but I just won't get paid for it because advertisers shy away from that kind of thing, you know. And so I really think there's a gray area in a lot of this, and I'm really not sure how I feel. This whole video, the idea for this video came up, and the links will be down below. I came across like 4 different stories that I'm going to all kind of tie in together here, in my own personal experience with my last girlfriend Audrey, who passed away from COVID, and I'm going to tie it up with that. But the very first article down below is from TMZ, and it's Joe Rogan. And it's Joe Rogan warning people, and Elon Musk agreed with him on this, that if Kamala Harris is elected president, that free speech is in danger. We will lose free speech. Yeah, I think this is a bunch of bull, personally, because he doesn't even cite any particular quotes from her or anything she said in particular. He just says she said a lot of stuff about free speech, you know. So it's one of those deals where, like with Donald Trump saying, you know, everybody's saying this, or everybody's, you know, it's a bunch of bull, really. It's really their opinion, okay. And what he's saying is he's saying right out that hate speech and misinformation or disinformation should be included. A lot of if you think about it, his show is mainly about that kind of thing. You know, people going on there and saying that there's lizard people, or, you know, this snake oil cures cancer, or, you know, I'm using examples here. That's not really just for YouTube. I'm not saying that's the truth. Okay, so, you know, do I agree with this? Okay, so then I came across another. There's down below. There'll be a link to X. And I did a video about ROSEANNE Barr and her screeching about the election being stolen in 2020, which is misinformation right there. There's a perfect example. But it gets worse, because there was more to that whole clip with her and Tucker Carlson. Now, I'll have the link right down below. Now, in this is trending on X right now. I didn't know there was more to this. And like I said, the clip to this will be right down below, where ROSEANNE Barr it's the same setting. She's sitting with Tucker Carlson, the video I just did two videos ago. And she's saying, don't look at me like that, Tucker. This is ROSEANNE Barr. She's saying, I'm not crazy. She says like this. She says, they eat babies. They drink blood. They're vampires. She's talking about Democrats in Hollywood. And she's swearing to this, you know. And Tucker Carlson's kind of, you know, he just loves it because he's getting a lot. He's making money hand over fist by putting this disinformation out on the air, and she really believes this. So should something like this be legal? You know. So I looked at the comments, and most people think the truth. You know, she's crazy. You know, she needs help. You know, there's something wrong with her. Most people, you know, don't. I didn't see one comment that agreed with it. But what about this? When this happens, because this is going to change people's mind. Inevitably, somebody's going to take this to heart. Somebody's going to go to a Hollywood function event, an awards ceremony or something, with an AK or an AR or whatever, and open up on the red carpet because they think these people are, they're evil, they're vampires. And, you know this, I hate to say this, I really do, but it's pretty much inevitable. As long as there's people spewing this kind of stuff, there's going to be people that listen to it. So who should be held accountable for this? Or is it okay? Is it okay for just, to spew nonsense? And, to what extent should these people be held responsible for what they're spewing? Is it okay? Is it free speech? Should they be able to say this? I think they should be able to say this. Let me move on now, because I came across another article. I'm not a big sports guy. And Alabama, I guess, Bama played. And there's this 17-year-old that wore nose tape that said, "Kill everybody." And this guy, this kid's a phenomenon. He's gonna, excuse my language, he's gonna kill it in the NFL. He's gonna do great. But there's a big hubbub. This is trending on X now too. He says, "Kill everybody" on his nose tape. And with all the stuff going on in schools, is this okay? And then there's people saying, well, that's a quote from The Program, the movie, the football movie, The Program. You're misunderstanding. Then there's people on one side saying, you guys, I can't believe people are freaking out about this. It's football. It's just football talk. It's from The Program, or it's a Bible quote. I see people saying it's a Bible quote. So what about that? But again, inevitably, there's going to be somebody at home watching TV that's going to see this, and this, wow, this guy's getting so much attention, kill everybody. You know what I mean? And to what extent should this be allowed or not allowed? Okay, now, let me get personal on this. This was the love of my life. That's me right there. That's Audrey. She was my first girlfriend in 3rd grade. First girlfriend I ever had. All right, we ran into each other again when we were both clean and sober in our 50s. We moved in together. We were going to get married. We had our spats like everybody does, mainly because she was a hardcore Trumper and Republican, and I am a total liberal and Obama, Biden fan, Kamala fan. And we argued a lot, and and her whole family was Trumpers, so I'd go to Christmas and Thanksgiving dinners, and it wasn't pleasant. And a lot of it, she wanted to get married, and I kind of backed out of getting married into this people that I didn't respect. They're crazy. What I thought was their crazy opinions. She moved down to Florida. I told her, I still love her. She was the love of my life, and she moved down right in the middle of the COVID outbreak in Jacksonville, Florida. The Delta variant, it was called. And within a day of arriving in Jacksonville, Florida, she caught it. She ended up in ICU a few days later. She died within a few weeks on August 5th, 2021. I lost the love of my life, the most important person. I'm getting goosebumps. I swear to God, I consider her my soulmate. I mean, I have a black hole in my heart now forever. I think of her every day, and it's still over 3 years later, and it hurts every day. Now, we talked right before she left for Jacksonville, right before she contracted it. And we talked, we kind of kidded around, because we kissed each other. And I said, oh, maybe we should be wearing masks, and we actually started chatting, because we tried to avoid the political subject, just keep it nice while she was traveling. And she started talking about how she doesn't believe in the vaccine. She was a hardcore Trumper. She named her cat Rush after Rush Limbaugh, Tucker Carlson, that other one there, all those Fox personalities. She believed this. She believed that. She said her father got it twice and he got over it. It's no big deal. She thinks that, she believed everything Tucker Carlson and these other people said about the vaccine, that it was dangerous. If she was better off just fighting it on her own. And she went down there and it killed her. It killed her. The Tucker Carlson, Donald Trump, these other right-wing personalities, their political disinformation to make a strong political stand so they could get power, pushed out this misinformation, and it took the love of my life. She believed it. And, should anybody be held accountable for that? Should that be free speech? Is everybody smart enough to make their own decisions? I was smart enough to get the vaccine. You're crazy. I'm getting the vaccine. Now, what could it hurt? And here it is. Here it is, almost 4 years later. I'm healthy as a horse. And she's in the grave. But what good is that now? I do believe this. I do believe people should be held financially responsible for the misinformation they spew. Because people like Tucker Carlson make money hand over fist, putting out, or Joe Rogan, putting out this misinformation. They make a killing. They make their fortunes off showcasing people spewing false information, craziness that other people believe. Okay, it's a free country. You can say that. You can yell fire in a crowded movie theater. It's free speech. But when people get trampled going out of that theater, you're going to owe their family. You're going to and screw the appeals, screw the bankruptcy stuff. You know, a nice, quick, fast judgment. If somebody dies as a direct result of your misinformation that you were actually making money on, misinformation, and you knowingly put this stuff out, you should lose every freaking dime to your name. And it should go to the families of the people that suffered because of your intentional misdirection and misinformation. And not only that, but I believe like on Tucker Carlson's programs or Joe Rogan's programs, there should be a constant streamer underneath every time he's on the screen that this man is a liar. This man is pushing known falsehoods that have hurt people. There should be a banner warning people every time his face is on screen that he is a known liar. Because hey, I have the other people. If everybody else has the right to free speech, then so do I, or so do the companies putting his picture on TV. So if I could say, if he could say this nonsense, then I could say that he's a big fat liar every time his face appears on TV. That's what I think. There should be some repercussions, because people like him, people like this, are making money hand over fist. People like Roseanne Barr have, I don't know, have mental difficulties, really. You know, as far as her, I really think she has paranoid delusions and she needs help. Let me know what you think. I really, now, one last thing. See, this affects everybody, you know, because like, say with me, I want to be able, people on the right, they want to be able to spew misinformation. They want to be able to spew, you know, that the COVID and the election was stolen and all that stuff. But it could affect people like me too. Because what if people like Donald Trump come into power and they say, well, you can't say anything about Jesus Christ. You can't say anything about the flag. You can't burn the flag. You can't, not that I want to burn the flag, not that I approve of burning the flag, but I believe it's free speech. And if you should be able to burn the flag. If you want to, it's a piece of cloth. If you want to protest and burn the American flag, then I defend your right to do it. Do I approve of it? No, not really. But then again, people wear American flag clothing all over their butt and their undercarriage and all over their breasts and everything like that, and that's okay. They cut it up into clothing, you know. So, or Jesus Christ, you know, what I could say anything about Jesus Christ or Muhammad, you know, because it could affect both sides, you know. Just because, you know, when it affects one side, it'll affect the other side. Let me know what you think. I hope I made my point. The links will be down below to everything I mentioned. Have a good Sunday.